Hey, what's going on guys? Tanmay here for Simple Snippets, and in today's video we have a very special guest, Mr. Sudhanshu Kumar, who is the founder of iNeuron. Now Sudhanshu sir also has a lot of experience, 7 plus years of experience into the field of data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, analytics and whatnot. He also has 5 plus years of experience in educating students and helping them make better career choices and guiding them throughout their career process. So that's really great. We're gonna get into the insights about One Neuron, which is a new platform under iNeuron, which they've recently launched, and it basically hosts a lot of courses under one platform, kind of like a OTT platform for education, which is really exciting, and it is actually very beneficial for all of you guys. So please make sure you watch this video till the end because you're gonna learn a lot of new things in this video. We're gonna talk about Sudhanshu sir's experience, about artificial intelligence, about data science, and get to know this One Neuron platform in detail. So let's get started. Hey, what's going on guys? Tanmay here and welcome to my channel Simple Snippets, and we have our guest Mr. Sudhanshu Kumar sir over here, and I've given a brief introduction about him already, but let's hear it from him. So Sudhanshu sir, we'd like to hear a little bit of introduction from your end, your education, your career, and how you've traversed through all that.
So thank you so much, Tanmay, first of all, for inviting me. It's really like a pleasure for me to share my experience and my thought process about many things that we are going to do. Yes, as you have asked about my introduction. So everyone, those who is not aware about me. So my name is Sudhanshu Kumar. I'm working as a CEO of iNeuron. I'm a founder of iNeuron as well. So along with my partners, so I have founded this entire like iNeuron, and iNeuron is majorly into EdTech, where we have an innovation and research center. Along with that, so we try to provide a EdTech education into a different kind of a technology. So majorly we were into AI, but now we have expanded ourselves, and now we are trying to provide education. We are trying to provide a complete we are trying to cater a complete segment of EdTech, I would say. So whether it's a DevOps side, whether it's a cloud, whether it's a AI, whether it's a big data, whether it's a data algorithm, because when we talk about tech, so yes, it always comes along with the multiple things.
Right.
Now coming to my so going to my past. So I've been working with Wipro, then Deloitte, then a Verizon Lab, then Ernst & Young, and parallel to that. So when I was working, right, so I was I was trying to work in EdTech as a part-time freelancer. I was trying to work, and in a later stage, we have decided that okay, fine, so let's go ahead and try to form a particular organization. So where in an affordable mode, we are actually known for an affordable education. So in an affordable mode, so let's try to provide education, and this is how idea of iNeuron comes into a picture. So that's like a short, brief introduction about me and my journey.
Okay, that's great. That's great, and it's great to know that you have such a plethora of experience of different products and working with different companies as well. And I would like to ask how was your college life? You know, and give us a little bit of background about how you traversed your college years, and we'll talk about a little bit about the Indian education system as well.
Okay. So college wise, I was not I can say it was just like it was a normal college life. So my college was not an IIT, not an NIT, right? So it's just a very normal college. So I'm passed out from NIST, National Institute of Science and Technology. But yeah, so don't go after the word national. So it's just a name. I believe, so don't get confused. I'm not from NIT or IIT. Yeah, and I was not like a very bright, or not a bright. I think it's a wrong word, right? So I was not a very like a regular kind of a student when I was in college. So I'm not a kind of a student who used to study a lot on a daily basis. I was just a very normal student, just like a majority of engineering student, you can say.
Yeah.
And yes, so I used to study in my 11th hour for sure before exam, overnight study. I used to give an exam.
I can totally relate with this one.
I believe we all used to do that, right? So unless and until I'm not a first bencher, and I was like not a first bencher at all, not even a middle bencher. I was a back bencher throughout my college career, right? I used to bunk my college a lot, but yeah, all these things are fine. But when it comes to studying something, when it comes to doing some sort of a practical stuff, So yes, my interest was completely aligned towards a practical implementation. So even if I was trying to do something maybe in robotics at that point of a time, or something with respect to maybe electronics and equipments, because I love those parts, right? Even though I'm
Right.
from a computer science background, so more than code, I love those parts, like a hardware part,
Okay.
integration, its deployment, and how we can try to build a workable model or something like that, right? So I was
Right.
inclined
Right.
towards a practical,
Hmm.
it is like not towards a theoretical path. So yeah,
Correct.
I was a bad student
Yeah.
according to college for sure, because I was not a regular one, but I was good in terms of doing a practical. So I
Okay.
used to create my own scenario and system and setup, and then I keep on doing a multiple experiments. So this is how my college life was, and this is what I generally advise, that okay, it's okay to be a backbencher, but
Right.
you have to do something, right? Because you're
Correct.
not supposed to waste your time. That those 4 years are very very precious, and you can do so many things. At that point of
Absolutely.
a time, you had so much of energy, so you should utilize all of your energy. And I believe this is somehow I was trying to use it till certain
Hmm.
percentage.
That's really
So
nice. That's really nice to know. So speaking about the practical and implementation approach, I think that is one of the thing that lacks in our Indian education system. So I think that is probably what you are trying to bridge, which is where you come with your One Neuron platform. So let's talk a little bit about that, and can you give us a little bit of insights on that?
okay, yeah. So let's first talk about education system, right?
Right.
So see, let's suppose I'm from a computer science background. There
Hmm.
are someone who is from ECE background, triple E background, civil or mechanical background.
Correct.
Now, in 4 year, we used to study a lot, right?
Hmm.
All theoretical things, 48 papers we used to study at minimum, right?
Right.
48, like per semester, 6 to 7 papers, 6 to 7 practicals. So
Correct.
we used to study a lot. And let's suppose if I'll talk about a coding, right?
Hmm.
So we, in a computer science, so you will be able to find out Java, C, C++,
Hmm.
data structure algorithm, theory of computation, compiler design, everything.
Right.
But the motive was only one at that point of a time, just to clear an exam. I have to get
Yeah.
maybe a 9 pointer, 8 pointer. That was a motive. And uh, we were just trying to chase that particular motive. We were trying to get 8 pointer, 9 pointer, and nowhere we were trying to find out that how I can use this knowledge today or maybe in future, right?
Right.
Nowhere. We were learning a programming. Many people used to learn a programming, but we don't know how to build a particular application, how we can try to create an application which we can productionize, which other can use it, right?
Correct.
So I believe same goes with the EC, same with
Hmm.
goes with the triple E, same goes with the mechanical and civil engineering, right? We
Hmm.
study a lot, but those studies are nowhere close to. We used to study lots of mathematics, right? But we don't
Right.
know where to use it. We just think that
Correct.
okay, fine, some mathematics has been used for calculation and to pass the exam, right?
Right.
Just to get a degree. So I believe this is a very very wrong approach,
Hmm.
wrong approach to like study to upskill ourselves or to get a degree.
Hmm.
So we used to think about this a lot in iNeuron. So when we try to provide something as a course, when we try to offer some programs to
Hmm.
like a people, to an audience, to our audience, so that was a motivation behind creating a two division in iNeuron. So one
Okay.
division for EdTech, so where we are going to teach you, we are going
Right.
to do a hand holding, we are going to assist you with each and every kind of a problem that you are going to face, whether it's a resume, whether it's a mock interview, whether it's your doubt clearing, whether it's your live classes, everything,
Right.
whether it's a career guidance, everything. And
Right.
then we have founded a second division of iNeuron. So that second division of iNeuron is very very important over here. That
Okay.
is something called as iNeuron Vision division. So there is a website called as ineuronvision.com, right?
Right.
So we have given a brief over there. So the idea behind this one is, whatever we are trying to teach, first of all,
Hmm.
let's do one thing: do a research,
Hmm.
do a development, and try to introduce those development work, a real one, a real
Hmm.
because we are into a tech education, right? And in tech education is all about like a creating something
Right.
out of it, right?
Correct.
Reinventing or re-engineering something new. So let's try to do one thing, that try to develop something in our innovation lab,
Mm-hmm.
incubation center, innovation lab, right?
Mm-hmm.
And productionize it and try to introduce exact same thing into our education. In
Right.
this way,
Right.
people will be able to get a complete, pure practical education, right?
Correct. Correct. A
Because
hands-on
we all
approach.
do a project. Exactly. So we all used to do lots of project, right? But whenever you will go into a core of that project, you will be able to find out that somewhere it's a copy pasted one. It's not a
Right,
unique one. It's not an authentic one. You have not implemented like a unique idea. And this
right.
is what we are trying to do. So like a EdTech division has been backed by our innovation and research and development division, and even mentors who used to take a classes. So they are
Mhm.
not coming from a teaching background. They are coming from that innovation, research, and development background. And majority
Okay.
of the mentors are coming. They used to work. Day night they works in an innovation center, our own innovation center, development center. So where we are working on autonomous car, drone, and multiple vision devices, AI things, and many things. Right. So we are
Okay.
just working on it. And those people who are working over there, they are going
Mhm.
to teach you because teacher somewhere I feel like. When it comes to a technical education, right?
Mhm.
So we need a educator who is working, and only in that case they will be able to guide you, they will be able to
Correct.
help you with the practical application. Otherwise, again you will end up learning a theory which is of no
Theory.
use,
Right, right,
right?
right.
So this is how we have introduced, and we are trying to bridge a gap between our like a rote learning or
Hmm.
a
Hmm.
conventional learning approach and
Hmm.
this one. This is how we have introduced, and we are trying to change it.
Okay, okay. That's really nice because that I think is a major lack in our Indian setup, especially Indian scenario, where the practical approach is taken a back end side, and people just concentrate more on theory, and this is where you guys are trying to
More
create
on
that.
certificate or degree, I believe. So
Right.
we all are inclined towards degree and
Correct.
certificate. So we
Right.
are nowhere we are trying to find out that where is a practical thing. So
Correct.
that's
Correct.
sometime I feel bad about it, but yeah, that's a reality, and we have to accept it, and we have to do something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So coming to one neuron, which I think seems like a very revolutionary idea, which where you're trying to create a platform, a OTT kind of platform for education, which I don't think has happened before. So what do you how is it different from the conventional educational scenario? Like now we have online courses and all. There are many other courses also, and many other companies also provide that. So how is this unique? And could you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. I will be happy to discuss about it for sure. See, in technology, what happens is, let's suppose you are fresher.
Hmm.
So maybe your requirement is just to learn a couple of programming languages and a little bit about a cloud, right? And
Right.
data algorithm aptitude, and your
Hmm.
work will be done. Now,
Hmm.
once you will join the industry, maybe after 1 year, 2 year, you will be looking for offside, right? If you are
Correct.
into full stack development, then you will be looking for Android, iOS, complete or web development. If you are into
Right.
AI side, then you will be looking for a Python, statistics, machine learning, deep learning, computer vision,
Hmm.
reinforcement learning. So AR, VR, again,
Correct.
new things. Blockchain solidity is a new things, right?
Yeah.
You will try to explore. So this demand is a kind of a never-ending demand in a technology side, and
Correct.
we all try to upskill ourselves from a very first day of our industry, like a very first day of our like a professional career, right?
Hmm.
We all
Hmm.
try to learn these things, and even after 10 years, so we'll keep on learning.
Hmm. Hmm.
So if demand side is not constant, everyone is supposed to learn on a regular basis.
Hmm.
Every time in 1 year or 2 year, you are going to switch your job, which is
Hmm.
nowadays very, very regular.
Yeah.
So no one loves to stay in a particular organization for more than 2 year or 1 year. This is the average that we are able to get as of now, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So and because of because of upskilling, so someone is trying to move from mainframe to data science, someone is trying to move from a civil to maybe some website development, Android app development,
Right.
which is common because IT industry is an industry which welcomes everyone, right?
Correct.
So it doesn't
Correct.
matter from which background you belong to. If you have a skill, so it's kind of a skill based industry. It's not a
Hmm.
degree based, certification based industry. It's a skill based industry. So if you have a skill, so for sure there are people who is going to give you a chance, and
Yeah.
companies are going to hire you.
Right.
Now, so if demand, your requirement is never going to change. So we need a platform so where everything will be available, and if something is not available, you can raise it, and if someone is going to make it available, nothing will be more than that, nothing will be
Right.
awesome than that,
Right.
right? So this is where idea of one neuron comes into picture. That take one neuron, let's suppose you are
Hmm.
into a tech, so there is something called as tech neuron, there is something called
Correct.
as kids neuron. So
Right.
take tech neuron. Inside tech neuron, each and every courses are already available, right? So you can study at any point of a time. You can create your own bucket. There is a ID which is given over there. You can practice it. You can study it. There is a project. There is an interview preparation session which is given to you. You can do it, right? And then you can go for your next role. You can go for your next transition. But what we as iNeuron feel that education is an area where we need a hand holding. So let's suppose tomorrow you are going for an interview. So you need someone to take your interviews, right? Let's suppose you are trying to do overnight study and you will get a doubt. So you want someone to clarify your doubts. So there are so many things which requires while doing a transition or as a fresher when we try to get into an industry. So what we have given you is not just a video, not just a recording, not just a self-paced recording that we have given to you. We have attached 8+ services over there. So you can raise a demand for a new courses. You can raise a demand for a new module inside the courses. You can raise a demand for the interview preparation, resume discussion, expert advice, career guidance, mock interview, incubation, innovation, feedback. So these are the kind of a demand you can raise anytime. So it's like OTT platform. So you can't go and ask Netflix to create a movie based on your story, but you can come to us and say that okay, create a course for us and we will make these things available, because we completely understand. And we are not going to charge even anything extra. That just comes along with the same price. Right? So it will be available. So you can raise a demand. That is one thing. Apart from that, you will keep on getting a services from our side. Apart from that, so we have felt that okay, even live classes are important, right? Live classes are important. So what we have done is, so we have published a 6-month roster of a live classes where we are going to teach you blockchain, big data, drones, robotics, everything. Just name a technology and it is available from every side, from cloud side, from ops side, from front end, back end side, from data algorithm side, from data science side, from big data side. So each and everything is available. So it's kind of a one single platform which is going to cater all of your requirement. Self-placed live classes, services, new courses, everything, internship. If you're looking for, we are going to give you, you're looking for hackathon, it's available over there. Coursathon is available, blogathon is available over there. If you're looking for internship, it's available over there. And going forward, we are going to release even a job portal. So the final thing is you're looking for a job, because we are doing a resume discussion, we are doing a mock interview, everything. So going forward, you're looking for a job. We are going to provide you even a job over there, and soon we are going to, that is not released as of now, but yeah. So by next month, first week, I believe that will be available on a platform with so many jobs. So what else is required? Just one single neuron, right? And it's kind of an insurance for everything.
So this is like a complete approach, like holistic approach to tackle every individual issue in one single place that a student
faces. So there are platform which is trying to provide just a recorded lectures, right? Self-placed. There are platform which has just been built for resume discussion. There are platform which has been built just for the mock interview. There are platform which has been built just for the doubt clearing. There are platform which has been built just for the live classes, right? And try to provide a services, plus raise your demand to create a new movie for you, and we will create a movie for you. So this is how it is. That's the reason we are calling us OTT.
Okay. So one great thing that I can just come to know just from getting an overview is your platform also keeps on improving on itself, because if you're taking on student demands, you're constantly adding new courses and updating new stuff, new technologies, which makes it like a dynamic thing which keeps on improving itself, right? So I think that is beneficial for students as well, because everybody has sometimes different requirements, and if you're trying to cater all of them at one place, at least they're they have that confidence that okay, tomorrow even if something is missing, maybe tomorrow it will be available and I don't have to pay extra, or I don't have to do something extra for that. So that is really innovative in its sense.
Exactly. So it's called as education as a service. Our tagline is education as a service. So we are here to serve you. You are going to raise a demand that we are going to serve. Even if you are not going to raise a demand, still we will try to provide. We will keep on updating ourselves. Let's suppose no one has raised a demand for drone courses. We are trying to create a commercial drone courses, gas powered drone courses, right? We are trying to create like a swarm drone courses over there. So no one has raised a demand, but still we are trying to create it. Right, and that will be available inside the same
I think
platform.
It's an upcoming technology, like the drone revolution is happening in India, and I believe
drone, you can say AR, VR, metaverse, right? Blockchain. So all these things we have created, and we are trying to provide it inside the same platform.
Yeah, so that's really nice that you're already looking forward to the future, and a lot of things are already covered over here, and more are coming as well. I believe there are around 200 courses already on the platform.
As of now, it's 210 or 12 till date.
That's great.
And soon it is going to be 300 plus.
Okay. So that's really amazing. I think this is something that I've heard for the first time, at least in India, that there is one platform which covers so many courses, and you only have to, subscribe for that one neuron thing, and then you get access to all these things, as well as new things keep on adding. So I think all the viewers who are watching, students, most of you guys are IT and computer science students. I believe this is something very unique. You guys should definitely check this out. And talking about, let's talk a little bit about the placements and internship opportunities which can happen when you go ahead with this.
Okay, yeah. So first of all, let's talk about internship opportunity. So what we have done is, in the same portal, you will be able to find out internship option.
Okay.
There are 564 projects which is available. Now, how do we create a project? There are some projects which is a basic one, and there are many projects which is an advanced project. So whatever project in which we users to work, so we break down those projects into a multiple segments, and we try to create a problem statement we have given to you. Plus, we have given you a guidelines saying that okay, so you are supposed to maintain this kind of a coding standard. These are the kind of a API you have to create. These are the kind of architecture you are supposed to create. This is how you can create a HLD, LLD, wireframe, each architecture, each and everything. So complete industry standard you have to follow, and then you have to submit your internship project, and then someone from our side is going to approve, and then you will be able to see your completion later. Right. So it's a complete platform itself that we have created, where you can work alone, or you can work with your mentor, you can work with your friends and family member as well. So even that option is available. It's a beautiful platform with a 564 projects available to all of us. And yes, a multi-thousand people is using it. They are easily able to make a transition. None of the projects are the regular one. Every project is based out of the pipeline. And when and restriction is, you have to follow the industry standard that we have already mentioned in each and every project. So that's all about the internship. Now coming to the placement program. So placement wise, as of now, we have a job guarantee program, full stack data science job guarantee program. So going forward, we are going to come up with a multiple job guarantee program, because we keep on getting multiple requirements from the companies, different companies. Now we are even planning to bring this job platform for one neuron users, so that study, interview, everything we are trying to provide, live classes and recorded, self-placed, everything we are trying to provide. Going forward, what we are planning is let's try to bring a job platform. Let's try to attach a job platform, so where people are not supposed to go and search job somewhere else. So immediately they will be able to find a job, and that too a reference-based job, because a reference-based job conversion rate will be very, very high. Selection rate will be very, very high over there. So we are trying to bring that kind of a job platform, and I believe, like I said, by 1st March it will be available. As of now, we have a job guarantee program, full stack data science, and that is a pretty amazing program that we have launched, and there are thousands of people who is enjoying it. And I believe this is more amazing than the previous one.
This makes the whole process hassle free for the students as well. Take the knowledge over one neuron and then use it to get placed as well, without worrying about without worrying about whether they'll get jobs, where to apply, and all that. Another thing, when it comes to jobs and placements, as a beginner, as a fresher, what happens is, many times students are technologically savvy, but during the placements or during the interviews, many of them do not crack it. So interview preparation is a whole entire you can say subdomain itself, where students lack a lot. That is what I've observed from the technical students, at least. So what do you think about the interview preparation thing?
See, we have designed a complete courses in a way that along with each and every courses, there is an interview preparation series which is given inside Techneuron itself. Plus, we have attached a mock interview as a service. So, for example, let's suppose I'm talking about data structure algorithm, right? So data structure algorithm, so yes, theory, practical, people can complete. Then apart from that, so there is a data structure algorithm job preparation, label 1, label 2, label 3. This is something which is available inside one neuron, right? A Techneuron. So in label 1, let's suppose, because every company is not going to ask all the questions, all kind of questions, difficulty levels will be different, right? So in the label 1, label 2, label 3 segment, we have divided. Then you can complete your entire theory and practical, go through this entire job preparation, right? Then raise a demand for your mock interview. So do a n number of times mock interview with us.
Right.
right?
Right.
So from our side, person is going to give you advice. Let's suppose you are coming
Okay.
for the mock interview,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So I'll take your interview. I'll tell you that, okay, fine. So you are lagging maybe in terms of a logical reasoning, maybe aptitude, maybe like you're not able to write the code, you're not able to write the pseudo code, right?
Okay.
So maybe I'll give you advice. Then again, you can
Hmm.
come for the mock interview, right? With the by filling all the gaps and everything or
Right.
recommendation that I've given to you. So in
Right.
this way, we are even preparing people, we are preparing students
Hmm. Hmm.
for the interview, because we completely understand that learning, the end goal is job, right?
Correct.
And
Correct.
job you will be able to get by interview and by resume,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So the first
Yes.
point of contact will be your resume and then your mock interview, and both the
Correct.
features we have already attached inside the Techneuron that come for the resume discussion, come for the mock interview. We have already
Okay.
given you a job preparation courses along with your actual courses, so
Right.
it's kind of a hassle free that we have created, and going forward,
Hmm.
even jobs we are going to give it to you. So I believe this is going to fulfill the complete pipeline.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That I think that is very crucial because that phase, after gaining all the knowledge, you also need to be able to communicate that with the interviewer to get that particular job. So I think that is gonna give a whole coverage to all the different aspects of a student. So that's really great to know that, One Neuron is even catering to that kind of aspect of student demands. So that's really nice. And let's move ahead. Speaking about you and your expertise in data science and machine learning and AI, these three terms generally are used in several contexts without actually knowing what exactly is what, at least at a beginner's end. So I would like to know your views about, the differences as well as what exactly is data science, what is machine learning, what is AI from your perspective.
See, it's just a tech, I would say, right?
Hmm.
Tech, which is booming a lot. Everyone
Right,
is using it nowadays,
right.
right? And more than use, people are misusing it.
Right.
So, word wise, right? This
Hmm,
a
hmm.
data science word is a fancy word.
Right.
So if I'll give you an option to call yourself as a software engineer and
Hmm,
a
hmm.
data scientist, so
Right.
you would like prefer to choose a data
Right.
scientist. Right. So that name itself is a fancy one, but
Hmm,
there are
hmm.
very few people who understands what is actual data science
Correct.
is and
Correct.
what we do. So data science is a big umbrella. So
Mhm.
wherever we are trying to find out some sort of maybe insights, or maybe
Mhm.
we are trying to take a decision in an automated mode.
Right.
So if data is going to help me out to take a decision, just in a layman way, if I'll try
Yeah,
to
yeah.
explain you. So
Yeah.
anywhere, wherever data is helping me out to take a decision,
Mhm.
to forecast something, to predict something, to give me insights,
Mhm.
everything comes under data science. Now,
Okay.
inside a data science, statistics, machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, NLP, reinforcement learning. So again, there are so many segments, and in
Correct.
each and every segment, so we try to solve a different kind of a problems, right? And
Mhm.
again, there are
Mhm.
multiple algorithms which comes into picture. So
Mhm. Mhm.
AI is nothing but, or data science is nothing but just insights, just decision making capabilities, right?
Okay. Okay.
And this is where these algorithms are going to help you out.
Mhm.
And but some people think that it's all about Python learning stats and all those things, but no, it's a blend of everything. Plus,
Right.
it's all about understanding a business. Let's suppose I'm working in a
Okay.
supply chain, I'm working maybe in an aviation domain, I'm working for a healthcare.
Hmm.
So it's
Hmm.
all about understanding even those things. So this is when you will combine each and everything, then you can form like a data science, and then you can claim yourself as a data scientist.
Scientist. Okay. Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is how it
Hmm.
is.
So talking about data science, what I generally get questions is when you're let's say if you want to be a mobile app developer, so specifically which technologies you want to go ahead with. Like you take a Java and then you go with Android development, you learn the databases behind it, and you can get into mobile app development. And similar is the case with web development. But when it comes to data science, what are the fundamental technologies that you need to know and learn before you actually can venture into the different aspects of data science. So this is a major
Yeah.
confusion between beginners because it sounds fancy. People want to get into AI, people want to get into machine learning, but the underlying technologies that they need to know, it's not very clear about that.
Okay. So, see, technology wise, first of all, I would like to highlight that at least one programming language is required
Hmm,
if you
hmm.
would like to get into a development side.
Right.
If you would like to get into a research side, then core mathematics is required. So
Okay.
let's suppose I'll focus more and more on a development side, right? So if I'll talk about development side, so one language is required. Python is one of the best, but not the only one. You can use any languages, C, C++, Java, just as syntaxes,
Okay.
right? It enables you to create a system. That's it, nothing more than that. The major thing is statistics, a basic of statistics, statistics that we have studied in our 9th and 10th, that is required. And along with it, so machine learning, again, inside machine learning is a big area in itself. Inside machine learning, so there is something called supervised, unsupervised, and you can say a semi-supervised machine learning. Again, inside that there are multiple algorithms. So these are the machine learning algorithms which is required: supervised based, unsupervised based, and semi-supervised based. Starting from your linear regression, logical regressions, support vector machine, support vector classifier, so decision tree, random forest, XGBoost, and etc.
Lot of mathematics and stats involved in this.
A lot of mathematics stats is involved, but the thing is, if I'm going for research, in that case, core mathematics, I believe it's required. Otherwise, what I feel is core mathematics is not required on a development side, because libraries are available. Scikit-learn library is available, TensorFlow library is available, PyTorch is available, ONGNX is available. Right, Keras is available. So there are series of libraries which is available, where as an API you can just consume
directly
it, pass
use
your
it,
input, pass your data, do a fine tuning, and then productionize it.
Okay.
The major thing which we all forget to mention all the time is that all these algorithms are fine. This machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, all those algorithms are fine. But the major thing which is required is a system design. How we can build a complete architecture design, a complete system where system will be able to give me prediction forecasting in an optimized way. Fine tuning is something which is very, very important. Retraining approach is something which is very, very important. So, and AI ops or ML ops side of ML, which is very, very important, because without this you will not be able to productionize. Yes, you can build a model. Nowadays, even kids are able to build the model. That's completely fine. Good or bad, that's a different story. But unless and until you are not aware about this side, you will not be able to create a production grade product. You will not be able to work inside the industry. And I believe this is a place where we are supposed to focus a lot more and more. And more you will focus, more you will be able to refine yourself, and better it will be for you, for your future, and for your organization. So I believe we should focus on this side.
Right. That's really important insights for all the viewers and the students who are venturing into data science. Please take a note of all these things. These are very, very important, because I get a lot of queries, and this is not my expertise, but I'm glad Sudhanshu sir has cleared quite a lot of things over here. And moving forward, I would like to know, like, since you have so much of corporate experience and you're working constantly with different companies, what are the trending technologies? What are the upcoming technologies which you think are interesting, as well as the ones that are actually used in the corporates? Okay,
so first of all, I would like to talk about the technology that we generally use inside the corporate, and then I'll come to the trending one. What I feel is Monostack, Ministack, Jamstack is a evergreen technology.
Right.
Right. So if you have expertise in that one, I believe you will be able to get a job of your choice, package of your choice, company of your choice. When it comes to company of your choice, so if I'll talk about product-based companies, data structure algorithm is must. You can't skip it. Right. Correct. Some companies required a little bit, some companies require a lot. Maybe question level of questions will be difficult, but it is important for, at least for a product-based company, not for service, not for startup, but for the product-based companies, it is required. So Mon, Mean, Jam, these are the stack, plus like a data structure algorithm for product-based companies. Otherwise, don't touch it. Then I would say in a data side, big data is required, data analytics is required, and data science, complete AI stack, ML, DL, NLP, reinforcement, vision, everything is required on a data side. So data side, three things: data science, big data, and data analytics. These are. Now, if I talk about ops side, so Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins, these are the things which is required on our ops side. So CI/CD pipeline and everything, because without that, you can't build even a single portal nowadays. Because in every project, these things are mandatory. If I'll talk about a mobile side, so maybe a native mobile app development, or maybe a hybrid mobile app development. Again, there are multiple libraries which comes into a picture, which is required to develop iOS and Android app. So that is from a mobile side. Now, if I'll talk about a cloud side, so at least one cloud is important.
Okay.
because at the end of the day, you are where you are going to host your solution for
Right.
sure over a cloud.
Over a
Majority
cloud,
of
right.
us, right?
Correct.
So at
Correct.
least one cloud, not all the services, I would say. Like
Hmm.
in AWS, there are 270 plus services which is available.
Okay.
Same goes for GCP, same goes for Azure,
Hmm.
same goes for Alibaba, same goes for Oracle, same goes for IBM. So
Okay.
at least one cloud platform, which I feel like AWS is a very, very popular one,
Hmm.
right? Even
Yeah.
GCP and
Even
Azure
GCP,
is
yeah.
contributing a lot in a market, but
Right.
cloud side. So cloud ops, data side, front end side, mobile side. So I believe these are the technology that we are using as of now.
Right.
Now coming to the upcoming technology, right? So blockchain nowadays, because of
Right.
crypto, because of like a
NFTs.
recent
Yeah, metaverse and all those
NFTs, Web
things.
3.0,
Correct.
Solidity,
Right.
right? So these are the things which is like getting a lot of popularity. So I believe that that is something which
Also,
is
I believe there are some
required.
courses on the One Neuron platform about these as well, right? I was going through some of them. I
Everything
think.
is available.
Right,
Yeah, NFT,
right. That's
Web
great.
3.0, Solidity, blockchain, these things are already available in our
Yeah, yeah.
platform, and we are trying to put up more and more projects.
Right,
So
right.
those
So
things
just
are
wanted to
already
let my
there.
viewers know, there are some trending technologies already there on the platform. So like make sure that you guys check that out. I'll of course put the links and all in the video description. You probably can see it on the screen as well. Just wanted to add on to that. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, and so this is all about blockchain. Now, metaverse nowadays is booming a lot. Metaverse is kind of a buzzword nowadays.
Right.
Now, to get into a metaverse, there are four major technology which is required. One is a blockchain, another one is a IoT, the third one is a AI, and the fourth one is a complete infra. Right. So these are the things. So IoT is again a booming one. It is not a booming one. It's kind of a regular stuff. So, like it is a requirement. It's required. Blockchain,
Right.
it's for sure it's required.
Definitely.
AR, VR. So augmented reality, virtual reality, AR, VR, XR, and MR. These things are like an upcoming one. So I believe we should know about it. Now, like robotics and drone, especially drone in India. So after this budget session, right? So where Sri Raman has announced and talked about special things for a drone. So
Right.
drone in agriculture.
Supporting indigenous development in drones and technologies around it.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So like this drones is a fascinating one. Even we work a lot in like a drone site. There are like so many drones in our innovation lab.
Right.
Right. So we used to work. So I believe these are the upcoming technology. So like a drone, blockchain, AR, VR, metaverse consist of like a multiple technologies. So these are the new things that we can try to adopt, and there are so many things. There are future. Even I've seen a recent news that YouTube and Facebook, so all of these platforms, YouTube especially, so they are going to introduce a blockchain in a backend system, like a AR VR in a backend system. They're already doing it a lot, right? But now common people will be able to use it just as like a regular stuff. So yeah, these are the new things.
That's really nice. That's really nice. So yeah, moving ahead, what I would say is, what I wanted to ask is about the innovation lab. This is one thing that I would want to talk about One Neuron, which I really think is fascinating. So any more details about the innovation lab from your end?
Yeah. So generally what happens is like I have mentioned in the beginning, right? Like practical education. So as of now, we just rely on a theory, and we always study for a marks and a certificate and degree. So there is a lag, but there are some set of people. They are very, very keen. They are very, very interested in practical, because I did the same thing when I was in college. So instead of going to classes, right? I don't like going to a classes and enjoying a boring lecture and taking a note of it. Right. So what I used to do is like I used to do lots of practical, lots of experimentations with robotics arms at that point of a time, and again with respect to multiple hardware and software stuff, right? So because of lack of equipments, because of lack of environments, many of us are not able to do it.
Correct.
But yeah, we want it, right?
Yes.
So this is where innovation labs comes into a picture. I know innovation lab facility comes into a picture. So it's an internal one for sure. It was an internal innovation lab. Now we have opened up this innovation lab for a common people. Those who are the part of One Neuron. So they can even raise a request that, okay, fine, so I would like to work in your innovation lab. Just through a One Neuron portal itself, they can raise a request. And from our side, so we are going to onboard them. No one is going to charge you anything extra. You can come to our lab, you can work with us, work with our like a researcher and developers, right? Try to get a knowledge, use our stuff. There won't be any kind of restrictions on you in terms of using the equipments or the hardware which is available, plus software and computation power, which is
Okay.
available in our innovation lab. So this
Hmm.
is the idea, and I believe wherever I have felt a lag when I was doing engineering, right?
Right.
I'm just trying to
Yeah.
solve that problem here.
Correct, correct. And that
So
is fascinating to me because now this all removes that limitation, removes that limitation of many students who probably don't have physical access to these kind of equipments, these expensive equipments. Of course, these are very high-tech equipments which many colleges also don't have, right? So this is really nice
exactly.
that you have opened up this innovation lab for the One Neuron subscription guys, and I think people who actually take on to this should make the most of it and learn the practical side as well. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to just talk about the innovation lab. And so lastly, I would say, to wrap this video up, before that I would like to ask a last tip from your end, for beginners, for IT and computer science enthusiasts and college students. What would you suggest them as your personal tip, and maybe something from your experience for their careers?
Okay, so I'll just suggest them one thing, that whenever you're trying to study something, whenever you're trying to read out something, you're trying to take a note of something, always ask one question to yourself: why and where? Why
Hmm.
I'm just using it, why I'm studying it, where I'm going to use it in the future. If you're
Right.
able to find out the answer, study it. Otherwise, it's better to leave, because it is going to
Okay.
waste your time at the end of the day,
Right.
right? So first, try to find out the reason, because that is motive is very, very important, right?
Correct.
And just try to fulfill that motive. Always believe in doing something, not just in terms of studying,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Because we all used to
Correct.
study a lot. 20 year, 22 year, we try to spend just on a study till our
Right.
engineering, till our graduation or post graduation,
Yeah.
right? But many of us still struggle a lot to get into our industry or to get a
Hmm.
job.
Hmm.
The only reason is the study that we have done, and maybe it's not productive, it's not up to mark.
Right.
So if you have to, because if you have invested like a 20-22 years just in your
Right.
study, right? And even after that, if you're not able to prepare yourself for work, then what is the meaning of it? If even after
Correct.
that, if you're jobless, then what is the meaning of it, right?
Yeah.
It's better not to study in that
Right.
case. And nowadays, so everyone is appreciating a skill based, a
Hmm.
person who is having a skills apart from a degree, or maybe not,
Right.
like everyone is trying to prefer a skill before a degree
Right.
nowadays. So try to get a skill, and there are multiple ways to develop a skills. Develop it. Always work for a always look for the practical things, and why and where.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
able to find out, please go ahead. Otherwise, leave it.
That was
That's my
amazing. That
tip.
was amazing, sir. So yeah, that wraps up this interview. And thank you so much, Sudhanshu sir, for your insights, for talking about One Neuron, which is definitely a innovative platform in the edtech world. For all the viewers, I have dropped the links in the video description. Please do check them out. I've also dropped Sudhanshu sir's LinkedIn profile if you want to check it out, and many other resources. And once again, thank you so much for coming on
Thank you so
Simple
much.
Snippets
Yeah,
channel.
thank you so much, Tanmay. Thank you so much, everyone, for
Yeah.
watching this out, and hope you all are going to enjoy this one. Hope all of you are going to enjoy One Neuron platform, educational service OTT platform that we have created for all of you. Thank you. Thanks, Tanmay. It was a
Yeah.
pleasure talking to you, and thank you for hosting me.
Yeah. Okay, so I hope you liked this video, guys. I hope you gained a lot of insights and some information that Sudhanshu sir shared. I think it was really valuable. Also, you got to know about this OTT platform, One Neuron. You guys can definitely check it out. I think it will be a very innovative idea, innovative technology in this edtech space. All the links are shared in the video description. Hope you guys like this video. This is Tanmay Sakwal signing off. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.